Hey team, so today this video is going to be about financing options and a couple of plans that we're going to start using, and kind of explain for those of you who've done this before without the financing, kind of why and this makes sense, and how you can utilize it and apply it in just a standard way that probably makes a little more sense to you than has been explained so far. So essentially, I kind of see this. As you can present it a couple different ways. Today, I'm going to give you the two options. There's a good, better, and best option in two different styles. This style has three different types of the product. This is a GAF Timberline roof with a Systems Plus as the good, silver pledge warranty, and the system built that way as the silver, and then the gold would be the best, and that's the gold pledge warranty. Down here you have three gold pledge warranties through GAF, but in the way the product is built. But the difference is the type of terms of the loan. So the three, and they all utilize, you can utilize these three different terms up here if you identify that something is more important than another to a homeowner. So if these people are looking for, if you realize that, they have the money in hand, but they would like the option to see what loans are out there. So giving them a 0% financing option probably sounds good to them over 5 years. Because they already have the money, they don't need this, but if given the option, they probably would go this route, and you'd be more likely to secure them by utilizing this option. If they want a good rate, but they also want to have the lowest payment, this option here is probably the best, the 3.99%. That's spread out over 12 years, which is 144 months. That's probably the best option that they see. Now, and if somebody is kind of middle of the road, or they just, you find out what their monthly payment is, what their ideal monthly payment is, like a car dealer would ask you when you walk in. That could be the other thing that this helps you scoot them in the middle. So if they say $150, they may go with this option here. That's a little bit better, pays it off in a sooner amount of time, but the interest rate isn't as good. But more than likely, they'd probably go with that. So, but this is just giving them the option based on the different types we're going to use. Now, one of the differences is with the 0% over 5 years, there's a 15.25% dealer fee. And then this option here, down the 3.99% over 12 years, has a 14% dealer fee. So they're very close in as far as the dealer fee. The 5.99 has only a 9% dealer fee in comparison. So when we do the calculations on this roof, which I'll run you through quickly, we do mark it up to an additional 16.5%, so that at the end of the day, when you run all these, we still would get what we would normally get for a cash deal. So this roof here is a 21.73 square roof. We add in a traditional 15% waste. It's a standard hip roof. So then it comes out to 25 squares. So then we, for the Systems Plus, we multiply the 25 squares times 400. For the Silver Pledge, we multiply it times 425. And for the Gold Pledge, we multiply it times 510. Then we take the corresponding numbers. So we just go with the Systems Plus, and I'll run you through that there. So that becomes $10,000. 25 squares times 400 is $10,000. We multiply that times 1.165. And this is just in case you ever have to calculate something and you know what the cash price should be versus what the finance price should be. So we're going to upcharge that 16.5% by multiplying it times 1.165. And so that brings that $10,000 number to $11,650. We've done the same thing with the silver and the gold. Brings the corresponding numbers to $12,378 and then $14,853. So the numbers are slightly different on one of these, but just run with me here. So on the Systems Plus, when we go the good, better, best for the option that is based on the different types of product, the Systems Plus, the Silver Pledge, and the Gold Pledge, you can see that for the Systems Plus, our monthly payment is $102.52. For the Silver Pledge, our monthly payment is $108.93. And for the Golden Pledge, it's $130.71. Now, you can see that the netted amount, so this plan has a 14% dealer fee. So when we take the netted amount, we deduct the 0.14 from the solid 100%, so it becomes 0.86. So the amount that we are charging them, if you take that and multiply times 0.86, it comes out to $12,773. And if you can see here where we started with the Gold Pledge, we started at $12,750. So by the time we actually take the dealer fees out, we'll actually be getting this original number. The only reason this matters to you as a sales rep is because if by chance you do wind up being able to push somebody into, even though our pricing will be factored in at this rate, at the 16.5%, if you do push somebody into a dealer fee that is lower, you're going to wind up making more money because your commission will be paid off of the netted amount, not the actual financed amount. So that's the first way you can present this, is the good, better, best, based on the product type. So if this were tile, this could be tile. If you're in a tile market like Florida, or even in any market, you could do this, based on the even with Camelot 2s or slate lines, like going up in grades of shingles. You could do them all Golden Pledge, like this has all Golden Pledge, but you could just do a better product as you go. Or it could be tile, it could be standing seam, and then it could be Decra. So presenting the type of product, and thus being GAF Master Elite in so many markets, it does offer us a strategic advantage to be able to offer that on that Timberline HD. But you can also, if you know that this is an upper scale neighborhood and you can go for the upsell to a better product type, you may want to keep them all silver or all gold and offer them the actual upgraded shingle type or the Ultra HDs or something like that. So then the other way would be to offer them a good, better, best based on the financing price. So you can make it scaled down. The best is the lowest actual payment per month, and the good is the highest, and scale it down. But you can see here we did the 0% financing. These are all based on 14,663. So they're all based on the same number. They just have a different interest rate and terms, and then also a different payment factor. So you can see the payment factor gets smaller and smaller based on the way we did this. So the monthly payment is $237.98, basically $238 for the good option, and that's a 0% 5-year. For the 5.99 over 10 years, it comes out to $162.76. For the 3.99% option over a 12-year period, comes to $129. So you're giving people a good, better, best option, while still giving them essentially the same exact product